You're building the Aston Martin from James Bond.
I'm just going to tell you right now, I'll bet you I don't.
You're the biggest, of course, but welcome to Building Friendships. I'm your host, John Sosis. We're going to get to it because we have some building to do. I'm with one of my favorite people. I say that for everybody because I'm only having my favorite people on this season. He is a legend. Windy City Heat. If you haven't seen it, I don't know what you've been missing out on. He is warm-up for Jimmy Kimmel Live.
Yes,
he is the star of Blood Diner.
I'm not the star of Blood Diner.
He should have been.
Wait a minute. Hold on. As we found out about the movie Blood Diner, a movie that I've never seen. I don't know much about it, and I wouldn't say that I was the star.
I thought he was the star. I felt that the movie wouldn't have been what it was without you.
What was it?
It was a movie.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's get to the reveal. I'm going to finish up. We're getting close. I'm going to finish up the last few bags of the Rolling Stones logo.
Wait a minute. So this is a competition?
It's not a competition.
And I've got nothing
No,
but
it's not a competition.
cards.
We're just building.
Then let me switch places. I'll do the Rolling Stones and you do this.
No, listen, you are a legend. You are a classy man. And the only set I could think of for you, hold up the instruction manual. No, you don't. You have to hold up the instruction. You're building the Aston Martin from James Bond.
I'm just going to tell you right now, I'll bet you I don't.
I will bet you, I will double or nothing that you really don't, that you don't even get close. Are you going to even open up the book? I think we should get started.
Here we go.
So yeah, let's go. So first, Don Barris.
That's your first question?
Yes. How are you?
I told you I don't want to talk about that.
Okay, we don't have to talk about that. Okay, let's move on. So you were one of the first people I met here that I knew before I got here. And
shit.
Here we go.
All right,
and that was because of the Comedy Store documentary and Windy City Heat. So I knew who you were before I got here. And you were one of the nicest people to me when I first got here. So
are you doing that right now?
Yeah, we're building. We're building and talking.
You didn't say go. You didn't say go.
Okay, well, okay, go. What year did you get to the Comedy Store?
Fall of 1985.
And so what was your experience getting past here? Because what's amazing to me is everybody's experience has been different so far with getting past at the store. From like Justin, who just happened to do it. It was sort of an overnight thing. To...
First of all, you have to understand this. Just so you know, Justin Martindale's a liar.
Is he?
About everything.
About everything. Okay. So how did you get past here?
Well, what happened was this. For about 7 years, I was a doorman. I was the head doorman at one point.
Okay.
But the main thing, I hosted Mitzi's potluck in her showcases on Sundays. So every Sunday, she would come here, and I would be the guy that would be the MC.
Oh. Okay, so you were the door guy, then you started hosting the potluck.
No, I was the head.
The head door guy, sorry. I apologize.
I made the schedule.
Okay.
I think Mitzi saw that I was much more than just a damn comic.
Which is good, because I guess the dream of everyone that walked in this building was to be passed here, but also sort of valued more than that. Like, nobody just wanted to be a comic here. Everybody, that's why it became an artist colony. Everybody wanted to do more than just stand-up.
One day, because I'd helped Mitzi so much, one day she just said, "Oh, from now on, you're a paid regular." And to this day, Holtzman says that I am not a paid regular because I never officially showcased.
And when you say Holtzman, you're referring to Brian Holtzman, who also blocked your number from phone calls. Is that correct?
Exactly. Well, guess what? He's going to be sorry this weekend because I'm going to Austin.
Ooh.
And he's going to have to deal with me.
Is he down there now?
Yes.
Is he down there permanently?
I think so.
Oh, wow. Okay. So you get past, and what was the transition from getting past to the legendary finale that you give to that audience every single night?
Okay, there is no legendary performer.
Stop it. You just told me about the standing ovation from Friday. That is the most fun part of every night. Don Barris, the staff comes in, the comics come in.
Well, the great thing about the Comedy Store, which is unlike any other place, you literally can do anything you want on stage. And I think that that's good because then you can experiment without worrying about, oh my God, Mitzi's not going to like me, because she didn't care. If you went up there and you were getting laughs, I think in the entire time I was around, the only thing that I really learned from Mitzi that she didn't like, if you did fart jokes, she didn't like that.
Like specifically fart jokes?
Yeah.
Was there anyone that you remember was doing that?
I remember people going on stage that she was showcasing, and she would make, "Oh, give him the light." She hated that, and I asked her, "Why do you hate that so much?" And she said, "Oh." She told me because it's the most uncreative way. It's so easy. You can see middle school kids doing fart jokes.
She's not wrong. So in that way, do you think, how do you look at Mitzi as a booker? Do you see her as the best, like the mother of comedy, like everybody says? Because it seems interesting to me that like she had all this foresight, and then you look at some of the people that were not passed here, and you're like, oh, she missed some of the stars. I mean, he's passed now, but like Seinfeld's an example where Mitzi hated him.
Same thing with, what's his name? Oh, shit. He did Gary Shandling.
Oh, really? And now his photo's in the hallway.
Yeah, well, she had told him, "You're not a comic, you're a writer."
Ooh. That's got to be hard to kind of...
Well, I think that, it's funny because there's a lot of people until, I was always afraid of Mitzi. I still am. I think one
You
day...
think she's still here?
I think there's something going on.
Why were you afraid of her?
Because I've never in my life seen anybody more powerful. I would see her pull her car into the parking lot, and every fucking comic would rush to her car, and there's a line of 15 people just to say hello and kiss her ass a little bit.
Even though you weren't one of the ass kissers, the fact that she brought that much attention to herself was enough to scare you? Or did you
No.
ass kissing?
I didn't want to get thrown out of here, and I remember one time she was asked by somebody, "Why don't you go on vacation, Mitzi? Because they don't know who I am."
On vacation?
Yeah.
That's funny.
So she hated to take vacations because she'd go places where people wouldn't jump when she spoke.
I mean, there's a certain adrenaline rush you get from that. That's why there are a lot of comics who don't want to be writers. They don't want to be in a writer's room all day.
I literally do not understand how writers do it. They are...
Do what? The
writing, because you've got to come up with material like constantly.
Yeah. Do you ever, and this was my biggest hatred when I did stand up, doing the same material over and over. Do you ever get bored of...
Yes.
You do?
Yes.
So how do you get through it?
I just realized that I feel like Joe DiMaggio. Joe DiMaggio, every time he would get ready and go out, he'd always be in a really expensive suit, 3-piece suit, and go out. And why would he do that?
Why?
Because he would say, if someone saw Joe DiMaggio for the only time in their life, he wanted them to have a great memory of him. And
that's interesting. I mean, it's a good way to look at it.
Yeah, and so every time I go up, if someone sees Don Barris for the only time, Did you take some of the pieces out of here? Just out
Are
of
we going
curiosity?
through this again? You know how many people have been doing that?
This same piece?
No, but they all accuse me of setting
Yeah,
them up to
because
fail.
here we are. We're in a competition.
We're
Who
not in
gets-
a competition.
I'm in one.
You're in a competition. Continue.
And this building friendship, I think it's turned into maybe more. Who the fuck is this guy, and why am I doing this? Let me ask you this: this red piece, is this yours over here?
No, that's yours. It goes somewhere, I promise you.
Okay. Holy shit, is this stupid? Holy shit. Holy
This is going exactly how I imagined it would.
Did you?
Yeah. When did you get Kimmel?
I did a thing called Windy City Heat. And before it was Windy City Heat, I was doing the show here. And how did the Comedy Store support me? Well, it didn't. They always said it was just a show of terrible things, and I got shit on constantly about it. And Jimmy Kimmel, a man that he came and he met me, he was at a party that my friend was at, and they told him about this. And then Jimmy said to the other guy, hey, I would like to meet this Don Barris. And he met me. And, you know, when you have a prize-winning personality, people are going to stick around you.
Yeah.
And that's what ended up happening. And I will say this, Jimmy Kimmel might be one of the best people I've ever met in my life.
And you've told me that a bunch of times, so like it's not.
No,
like,
it's
you
not.
You have a relationship with his family too. Like,
Yes, I do.
So that's kind of cool that it started with like, who is this guy, and then it grows into.
Yeah, and well, the thing is, because I don't trust anybody on anything.
Not even me?
No, oh, fuck no. Clearly, you're out for something.
Just your love, Don.
That's not true.
That's not true. That is actually a lie. So you got Kimmel. I want to talk about the thing that.
Well, Kimmel started me working on Win Ben Stein's Money, and I got to meet the great Ben Stein, who might be one of the coolest dudes alive. Did you know this about Ben Stein? There was a rumor at one point that he was deep throat in the Watergate.
Really?
Yeah.
Was he?
No, he was not. But he was the writer for Nixon. He was a speechwriter for Nixon.
Oh, so they thought he. Oh.
And he went to college and was friends with one of the newspaper guys.
That's interesting.
Yeah, so everybody thought he was deep throat.
Was it something that everybody fucked with him about? Like,
I remember asking him. I said, I remember going to his office. Ben, can I ask you something? I said, I've heard all these rumors that you were deep. I knew that was coming. I was not deep throat.
That's funny. So, are you friends with Ben?
Very. I mean, just to show you how Ben Stein was. On Win Ben Stein's Money, the show started, let's say, look at me. Hey, dummy, look this way. It started on this end of the stage. I was in front of the audience on this stage. I said something that was funny right at the beginning of the show, and the show's supposed to start, and I hear, cut, cut, cut. And I see Ben Stein walking with that long stride of his towards me. And he goes, this audience doesn't get it, but what you just said was very funny. And then he went back and started the show. But he'd give compliments. He said, you and Jimmy Kimmel are the funniest two people I've ever met.
Which is nice in comedy because normally everybody looks at it like a competition. You'll never give props where they're due.
Oh, never.
So that's...
Ben Stein was a great man. A great man. And I'll tell you this, at the Jimmy Kimmel recently had a 20th anniversary of his show. And Ben Stein was by himself, and I went over and sat with him, talked to him for like an hour. Thank you, Don, for keeping me company. Bueller, Barris.
I didn't realize that until I met him once briefly. I didn't realize that's how he actually spoke.
Yeah.
So that was...
Interesting guy.
Yeah. There are a few people like that they're just interesting that you just want to like sit down with for a little bit and like pick their brain.
All right, I'm done.
I don't think you're close. I think you've got a while. All right, let's talk about the thing that keeps this place afloat.
It pissed me off.
Are you on page 2 yet?
Oh, I'm way past page 2, but it's not good because whatever it is, it's wrong.
Can we talk about how long were you here before you started up the Ding Dong Show?
Well, if you want to hear kind of the funny thing about that, I at one point said to myself, you know what? I'm getting no spots at the Comedy Store. I wasn't even a paid regular. And it was starting to bum me out. I go, what am I going to do? What am I going to do? And I started weighing, what do I have? And what I basically had at the time, Mitzi had me as the MC for Potluck from the very beginning, from like 7 till 2 in the morning. And so I thought, the thing that I'm doing well is during Potluck, I knew the crazy people that were coming up, and I would always put those people on.
Oh, I see so you were kind of scouting while you were giving them time, even though you knew like they were fucking nuts.
And then I ran into this guy when we went to the, not the La Jolla, but the Westwood Comedy Store. Mitzi opened it at the beginning of summer and she closed it in the beginning of fall for a college town.
Jesus.
There wasn't a lot of strategy.
I'm shocked. So you were doing the Monday night shows. You're like, okay, I have this Monday night. Let me start.
And I'm making these guys funny. I mean, people were coming and laughing, and I thought that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to try and pick all these. Then I met this one guy who was just insane. I found a bunch of people.
Yeah.
There was a guy who he did what he would do. His whole act was he looked like Weird Al, and he would just go up there and sing along with Weird Al songs, but he looked like him, and he called himself Yank.
Oh no, he was a Weird Al cover artist.
Yeah. And I remember one time, and our cameras proved it. We'd have the show, but I'd have all the Ding Dong cast sit over in the hotel next door. And he came out, and they caught him on stage writing a suicide note after he did his set. I fucking suck, man. I'm no good. I suck. And so I can't take it anymore. And he's writing all this stuff in his suicide letter. And then that night, he went to the hospital because he took an overdose of pills.
Oh my God. And you scooped him up for the Ding Dong Show?
No, he was in the Ding Dong Show. As a matter of fact, that's when I said, okay, we can't have you in the Ding Dong Show anymore.
And you actually hold that over people's heads if they're getting out of line, you threaten to take it away from them, and for some of them that's their moment to shine.
I don't know what you mean. You think that I threatened the Ding Dong cast?
No, not that you threaten the Ding Dong cast, but if somebody's misbehaving, you threaten to not let them on the show anymore. I've seen you do that. I feel like you've threatened some people. I feel like when they talk about the mafia in this place, they don't often refer to Don Barris the way they should.
Okay. You want to talk about that date you had the other night? You want to get back?
I don't even know what you're talking about.
Okay. Stop making up lies is what I'm saying. I'm building this fucking thing. There.
I mean, if you want to say you're building it, sure.
This is such bullshit.
Oh, Jesus.
All right, here's a piece that I can't find. This looks like it's part of the body of the guy. It's his feet. I've got this part right here, but I don't have his feet. Oh, he's got this. So he holds on to this. All right, I can put that in there. I'm about to flip the table over. I'm telling you the God's honest truth. This is bull crap. You've got a piece that's almost done. I don't see any small pieces there at all.
It's only small pieces, Don.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, really? What have you put in there?
I feel like we started off on the wrong foot as soon as you looked at this as a competition instead of just hanging with a friend.
Oh, are we building friendships?
We were, until you started attacking me.
I think I attacked you.
Okay,
I think I've been a very interesting subject.
I think let's take a break from the hostility. Do you want to tell us about the time you let a homeless person into shower in the main rooms?
Okay.
Shower.
Oh, everybody's getting a kick out of that one, huh?
It's my favorite thing that ever happened.
All right. I am not going to deny that there's a lot of crazy people that come here. The first person they look for is me. They've heard about the Ding Dong Show. They've heard of the joy that people have when they get involved in it. But the guy that came in here one night, I will be very honest with you, I was in the parking lot. And as I get out of my car, this guy comes up and he hugs me. He goes, "Fucking Don Barris. It is so good to see you." Hey. And I immediately walked away from him because I had places to go and I didn't want him around. But he started to follow me, and I went into the office of the Comedy Store thinking maybe that's where he'll stop. But he didn't follow me all the way in there. Next thing I hear, he's bragging that he's friends with me, and he's in the back of the main room taking a shower in front of these women. I had nothing to do with it, but then Richie said, and I said, why would you people think that I have something to do with these people? And he started listing off a name of people that may have caused problems.
And you started to understand why they were making
I didn't understand because
Okay.
I will say this. If done right, I think the Ding Dong Show could bring more people than any other show at this club. But
I would agree. I actually, one of the things I'm bummed about is that everybody told me what the Ding Dong Show was, and I know you started to lose some of them, but I didn't get to see the old Ding Dong Show.
Oh, there is some great, we lost two people. One guy completely went out of his mind, so we had to let him go. And another guy died. And those were the stars of the show. So I'm trying to find other people, but if I ever say anything, everybody, "Oh, Ding Dong, fuck that." Where is this part? Right there.
The feet?
Yeah.
It's right in the middle there.
Right in the middle.
It's right closer to you, Yeah, there. You're welcome.
Here. There you go.
There you go. Well, can we talk about what you look for in a ding donger? Because I think this will actually help recruit some people.
I gotta feel that they've got to listen to what's going on.
Okay.
Yeah. And a lot of people don't get it isn't about what they do on stage. They can gain because they'll have a set of their own. And if they want to be part of the rest of the excitement, then they can start doing crazy things to get that. Okay, this is really we're to the point where I'm just getting pissed off now. This is total fucking horse shit. I could definitely put you in the Ding Dong Show.
You think so? What do you think
yeah.
What do you think my position would be?
Show idiot. Oh man, there's too many small pieces. Look at this shit. Has anyone ever built this thing?
The closest was Jessica Michelle Singleton. She got very close to the end. Nope. Everybody gets a different set. So you've got... Listen, I know if I tell you, you're going to get insulted, so I'm not going to even tell you.
Tell me.
Lift up the box. What age does it say?
8+.
Okay, so as young as 8-year-olds can typically get this done.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and I'm just saying that so you know that it's not a race, and it is something that I believe you can do this. I believe you're better than most 8-year-olds that I've ever come across.
There are some really small pieces here.
Oh no, we're out of time.
Are we?
Yeah. All right, Don. Do you want to show everybody where you got?
Sure.
No, don't show them those are the unused pieces. Show them what you did put together. Okay. He just took the wheels.
What's that?
No, I thought it was genius what you just did, just putting the wheels on the opposite side of your shattered pieces. Okay. Well, thank you, Don Barris.
Wait a minute, that's all?
That is all.
I can't push any products or anything?
No, yeah, I'm going to plug whatever you want. So thank you very much, Don Barris. What would you like to promote? The Ding Dong Show?
I would like to promote building friendships with my good friend John.
Okay, and I appreciate that. What else? We got the Ding Dong Show, 10:30 every Monday at the Comedy Store.
The Comedy Store. And if you want to see, there's also I have a Twitch network where I let the Ding Dongers do their own show.
How does that go?
About as well as you'd think.
Where could they? Is that simply Don1 on Twitch?
I don't know.
Okay, I'm gonna say look up the Ding Dong Show on Twitch and look up Don Barris on Twitch and follow him. That's pretty good. Follow him at Simply Don1 on Instagram. Before we go, one last thing. Can we talk about the T-shirt?
Okay, today is, you know what today is?
What's today?
Today is my 900 shirts worn the past 900 days.
Wow.
Yeah, thank you.
So you're closing on 3 years soon.
What's that? Yeah.
Wow.
But there may be a mistake, so I've got to go over everything, make sure.
No.
Yeah, if it happened again, I would be so bummed.
Oh, no.
But I'm trying to break the world record held by a game. But his record, I have 900 as of today.
Okay.
He's dead now. He lived to be 96. He died of complications from an automobile accident.
Do we know if he died while still trying to extend
No, I
his
don't
record?
know. I don't know. But I don't know why he wouldn't.
Okay, fair. So guys, send some, if you have T-shirts, send them to the Comedy Store. He'll wear them. He's got a long way to go.
Yeah, he has the record at 4,260. I'm at 900.
Okay, you're getting there. And I'm impressed that you are still going with it because it's a lot. You must have stacks of T-shirts.
Yeah, I have no room to walk in my apartment.
All right, guys. Thank you very much.
This is the end?
This is the end, Don. I don't want to keep you for too long. You have a Ding Dong Show to get ready for. There's a lot of Lego there. I don't think we're getting very far. This is going to be a 9-hour episode. Don, you're the best. Ding Dong Show, 10:30 every Monday. Follow us on Instagram.
How about every night? You can see me at the Comedy Store closing out.
And see him, honestly, and I don't mean this as a joke. If you're at the Comedy Store, try to see Don Barris close. Even if you're in the main room or you're in the belly room, try to stick around as late as you can to see Don Barris close the OR every single night. I genuinely, next week you're going to Austin. I don't even know what they're going to do next week.
Oh, they'll have somebody.
I hope so, but there's going to be no Don Barris.
There won't be.
There won't be. Well, have fun in Austin, and I can't wait to see you when you get back.
And then you won't be long around.
I'll be gone. Yeah. We're gonna try.
When do you leave?
August. You got another month with me. You're good.
No, I'm going to be very sad when you leave.
I'm going to be sad when I leave, too.
Because you know
have
what?
to go hang out outside of here.
You know what? Because the truth is, my personal feeling, you're a good fucking dude.
Thank you.
So I won this competition.
You blew me out of the water. I mean, mine is just a mouth. Yours is a vehicle. What are we talking about here? Yeah, that's it. We'll see you next time.